must know this. Humans can't pass into this world. However, you, as a half Grimalkin, half human, can move safely between both. So? I reply, shrugging my shoulders. I'm still confused. Surely you both can too. We turn into cats, Lars interrupts, touching his sword. I'm not much of a knight in the human world. We need you to help find the missing pieces in the human world, Lorelei states bluntly. So I just need to find the pieces and then you'll be able to change me back to normal, right?
Another shapeshift? Lars asks, rubbing his whisker with one paw. Yes, the black cat answers. I've also got reports of several new developments since you've been recruiting the princess. Recruiting? I grumble quietly under my breath. The commander has been using her shard, the cat reports. We aren't sure why, as of yet, but its strange behavior would suggest that it knows about the shard's use. The black cat pauses and focuses. Lars, he says, making sure he's listening. The prince has emerged from hiding. Lars, is green really that dangerous? Extremely, princess. Why? Does green have an army or something? No, not an army. More like the power of the gods at his fingertips. It's been several days since the party and my introduction to Lars, Lorelei, and the world of Ubixis. I haven't been able to look at Mom the same since I found out she's not really a human, but some Grimalkin queen. Not something you ever expect from your own parent. My mom certainly doesn't seem like a cat queen, nor does she seem like the sort of person to lead an entire civilization. I guess that's not the weirdest thing that's happened to me recently. I certainly wasn't expecting to be a girl at any point. Put it this way, I've been avoiding all the mirrors in the house in an effort to forget I'm a catgirl. However, that doesn't stop the sledgehammer of a reminder every time I visit the bathroom. It's not so bad, I suppose. Having to sit down every time does give me a few moments to think. Usually I ponder every little detail I've been told about the Grimalkins and my Queen Grimalkin mother. Lars assures me he's telling me the truth about her, but she won't discuss it with me. Maybe that's a good thing? I do kind of feel like I'm dreaming. So far, this is what I understand. The Grimalkins had possession of an orb of immense power. Said orb was used to power the civilization and gave birth to a breed of Grimalkins called Formidors. Formidors are unique among Grimalkins for their ability to modify matter. Lorelei is one of these Formidors, and she transformed me into Mitzi, my catgirl alter ego. From what I've been told, me being a hybrid Grimalkin is important. I guess they mean a human Grimalkin mix? I'm not sure why though. Maybe they just want me to look adorable. My adorability aside, I think they've got a plan to get this orb back, but Lars is keeping it very close to his furry little chest. Although he's been my guide these last few days, he keeps telling me I need to train in traditional Grimalkin combat. Stupid, really. I feel like I've got no upper body strength. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to hold any weapons up. Anyway, they all keep talking about this green person, whom I can only imagine looks like the Green Man on traffic light signals. Mom shivers at the sound of its name. I don't know who or what it is, but everyone around me that knows about it is terrified. That doesn't fill me with any confidence at all. I can't help but think they're expecting me to fight it. Me, of all people? I'm a skinny girl with cat ears and a tail. What do they think I'm going to do? From the small amount of information I've managed to get out of Lars, or our mother, I gather that Green stole the orb and it gives them power. However, the orb itself has been damaged in some way, and parts of it are scattered. I assume that Green wants to make the orb whole again, but no one is telling me why. I can only assume it's bad news. Maybe it could lead to Earth becoming like Ubixis? If that's even remotely the case, I need to do what I can to stop it. I'm happy to help, but I really wish Lars would stop calling me princess. I think he's doing it to get back at me. Well, I did push him into the bath the other night. He's been a little short with me since. In my defense, he really needed to wash. The smelly little guy. Oh, They keep talking about this prince, too. Apparently, they've re-emerged after being in hiding. At first, I wasn't worried about it, but I overheard Lars talking to one of his cat spies the other night. This prince is not related to me, assuming I really am the princess. That's good. We don't have some random brother we knew nothing about. So, this prince is from another royal Grimalkin family. What has me worried is I get the impression they'd like for me and this prince to rebuild the Grimalkin royal family. No chance in heck that's happening. As soon as I can, I'm changing back into a boy. They also keep talking about a commander of the royal guard. I'm not sure who this person is, but they don't hold her in high regard. My mother and Lars don't agree on anything, so it's very interesting to me that they both agree on that. I wonder what this commander did for them to dislike her so much. I'd say from their facial expressions when they talk about her, something pretty bad. That reminds me of Lars's and Mom's disagreements. I gather that the Grimalkins unable to transform into humans have been left to fend for themselves in our world. It does lead me to wonder how many household cats are actually Grimalkins. Don't trust any, that's what I'd say. I haven't been told as much, but I'd say Lars is fighting for those who couldn't afford to transform into humans using a Formidor, or these infamous shards of orb. Mom must have been one of those lucky enough to escape that fate. I guess being the queen, that does make sense. Still, that's a massive injustice for a species whose home world has been ravaged. I can see why Lars and Lorelei want to rebuild Ubixis. Being stuck as something you're not? Now that I understand. I've not felt like me for days now. Being stuck as a girl? Just looking at my body gives me dysphoria. I'm clinging to the slightest hopes that I can be changed back, and I guess Lars is the same. Sorry that I've had to put this all in a letter, Kerry. I'm also sorry that they sent you away. I can't remember the last time we spent more than a day or two away from each other, and ironically, I feel like I need you more than ever. I've got so many questions about being female that I'm too scared to even bring up with Mom. I know you'd be here fighting my corner too. You should see the outfits they've got me wearing. Today I'm wearing traditional Grimalkin armor. Mom was hiding it in the back of her closet. It stinks of dust. It's also super tight around my thighs. As much as I tell them it's not comfortable, they just shrug. It's the utmost of importance, Lars keeps telling me. I hope you're safe. I hope to see you soon. Mitzi. Lars interrupts my writing, rubbing his body against my leg like cats do. It's time to start training, he purrs. Lowering my pen as I look at the letter I've written to Kerry, I sigh. I don't understand why you think I'd be good at combat, Lars. I've never swung a sword, and I'm not strong either. It's not about strength, Lars replies, swiftly jumping onto the table. Sitting on top of my letter, Lars looks at me with a knowing smile. I'm intrigued to know what wisdom he's about to depart to me. I'm due a good laugh. You saw that portal I made in Ubixis? Lars asks, licking at his paw. Yeah, I answer, adjusting my tail to swing free as I lean back in my chair. That was pretty cool. Can all Grimalkins do that? They can, Lars replies, lowering his paw. It's something all Grimalkins are born with. We believe it has something to do with the composition of our planet. Probably the reason we became the dominant species on Ubixis. Looking at him in the eyes, I wonder why he's telling me that. Lars? I say, intrigued. Are you trying to tell me I can open those portals too? Yes, Lars grins, nodding his head passionately. It's of the utmost importance that you learn. Utmost, I smirk, mocking him with a shrug of my shoulders. You say that about everything. Ah, but it's true. Why though? I ask. If you can do it, why do you need me at all? All I can think is you don't want to put yourself in danger. Lars looks down at his paws as he sits on my letter. I don't know the human species very well, he starts to explain, slowly looking up at me. I've only been told things about you humans, things that our scientists discovered when we first came across your world. Get to the point, Lars, I huff impatiently. You keep telling me we don't have much time to train, so I'd prefer if you didn't give me a lecture. Do you know what makes a human special? Our ability to ruin all we're given? I sarcastically reply, hiding some bitter truths behind my joke. Humans aren't the strongest, fastest, nor do you possess abilities like us. Lars continues, ignoring my comments. I'm told humans aren't even the smartest species we've come across. Okay. Grimalkins are fast like lightning, strong like a tiger, and fierce in combat. Good for you, I comment flippantly. At least humans have opposable thumbs. Mitzi, Lars scolds, whipping his tail in frustration. Will you just listen? I'm trying to tell you why it must be you. Leaning back enough on my chair so two legs leave the ground, I give Lars a smug smile. Please, I'd love to hear why I'm special enough to have had my gender stolen. Still not happy about that, huh? Lars replies with a guilty tone. Grimalkin females are stronger and have a natural affinity to creating portals. Sure, I roll my eyes. So why not my sister then? Lars shakes his head. You know that's for yours and your sister's own protection. I've told you that. He furrows his brow and looks me deep in the eyes. You never answered my question, Mitzi. Lars persists, laying down with his paws in front of him. Why are humans special? Rolling my lips, I can't think of an answer. Maybe I should rephrase that, Lars says, impatient for my answer. What is it you humans evolved to do? I don't know, I huff again, bringing my chair legs back down to the floor. I'm not a biologist. Stamina, Lars explains. Humans have incredible stamina. Expecting something more profound, his answer doesn't blow me away. Stamina? I ask, unimpressed. Wonderful stuff. Let me explain. Lars smiles. Humans can do things us Grimalkins could only dream of. You humans just keep going and going. It's incredible to watch. Marathons are a particular interest of mine. Lars, I complain. You're waffling again. Get to the point. Princess, Lars resumes, lifting a paw to point at my ears. You are both human and Grimalkin. You possess our speed and strength, but also possess your natural stamina. I don't feel strong, Lars, I retort, touching my skinny feminine arms. Grimalkin's strength and speed is not bound by your muscles, Lars answers. That's why a Grimalkin can only be in combat for a few minutes at a time. It's extremely taxing on our bodies. Lars rubs one ear and purrs as he continues to talk. Cheetahs, he explains. They can run extremely fast, but only for short periods. Humans can't run as fast, but they can run extremely long distances. Imagine you put those two traits together. Extreme speed for long periods. Lars smiles. Would be quite the formidable predator, don't you think? Instantly, my thoughts turn to the character on the Cheetos packet. Ooh, terrifying. Mitzi, Lars grumbles at my daydreaming. Are you understanding this? I think so, I say politely. You're telling me I'm that cheetah. Yes, he grins confidently. You will have unmatched speed, strength, and stamina. You will be the ultimate version of yourself. That you and Lorelei forced upon me, I reply sarcastically with a telling look. Well, yes, Lars anxiously coughs. Looking deep in thought, Lars rubs his other ear with his paw. My father, Elm, he says, his voice lowered, told me of a unique warrior in the Grimalkin army that allowed us to do and go to extraordinary places previously beyond our reach. Lars looks up and his face is somewhat worried. Grimalkins, with the help of this warrior, could go to other worlds without worry. This warrior was so immense, it made the Grimalkin army something to fear. The warrior was a half-human, half-Grimalkin, Mitzi, Lars says poignantly. I'm no historian, but I understand your world was known of by our people. Usually species from other planets we discovered can't come through the portals. So, from what I've been told, it was a massive surprise for our kind to find a human that mysteriously appeared in our world. A human went to Ubixis before it collapsed? I ask. Yes. How? I thought you said they couldn't. I don't know, Lars admits, getting to his feet. I was very young at the time. I remember that the human was found in a critical state. A nearby Formidor saved them from certain death by transforming them into something similar to what you are now. A Catgirl? I ask, looking down at myself. Yes, Lars nods. That's how we know that hybrids have extreme potential for combat. This is what we need to teach you. We need you to discover what that means, and we need you to discover it fast. Green, I blurt out, trying to juggle all the thoughts in my mind. Sorry? Lars responds, giving me a curious look. Green was the human found in Ubixis, wasn't he? Yes, Lars nods. I think so. I, however, don't actually know. Remember, when Ubixis fell, I was very young and scared. I didn't really know what was happening, and then I had to deal with transforming into a cat when we fled to this world. Without warning, Lars jumps up from the table. Come on, we've got to train you, he says, prowling away from me with purpose. My spies have found us the perfect place in the forest to train, away from prying eyes.